For centuries, we viewed the world as a giant physical machine. Everything was about what we could touch and measure: atoms, molecules, the solid stuff of reality. But what if the most powerful force in the universe is something you can't see at all? Modern science, especially quantum physics, is turning our old worldview upside down. It's revealing that the true power isn't in the material world, but in the invisible realm of energy, thoughts, and beliefs. Quantum physics talks about something called the field, an unseen, dynamic energy that constantly shapes and influences our physical world. Now think about that definition: an invisible force that shapes physical reality. Doesn't that sound a lot like what ancient spiritual traditions called ... spirit? It's an amazing full circle moment. Science, the very thing that once pushed spirituality aside, is now leading us right back to ancient wisdom. The message is clear: we are not just physical bodies. We are energy beings having a physical experience. For so long we've been obsessed with the material: money, possessions, status. But quantum physics is showing us that the invisible, our thoughts, our beliefs, our consciousness, is actually far more powerful, and that single idea changes everything. If our thoughts create our reality, then each one of us has the incredible power to change the world. It's not about fixing things on the outside first. The real transformation starts within. It starts with consciousness. For about 150 years, we went through a huge shift. We moved from a world centered on faith and spirit to a world driven by science and materialism. But now, after exploring both sides, a new, more complete understanding is taking shape. It's not a choice between spirit or matter, science or spirituality. It's both. They are two sides of the same coin. To truly understand ourselves and our place in the universe, we have to integrate them. When I talk about spirit, I'm not necessarily talking about religion. I'm talking about consciousness, the energy of thought. It's not physical, yet it's powerful enough to literally shape matter. And this isn't just a nice idea anymore. Science is confirming it. Our thoughts are actively creating our reality, moment by moment. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. About 95% of your life isn't run by your conscious mind, the one you're reusing to listen to me right now. It's controlled by your subconscious mind. You might consciously think, I want to be successful, or I want to find a loving partner. But most of your day-to-day actions and reactions come from deep-seated programs you didn't even choose. From the moment you're born until you're about 6 years old, your brain is in a state similar to hypnosis. It's like a sponge absorbing everything from your environment without question. You download beliefs, fears, and behaviors directly from your parents, your culture, and your experiences. These programs go straight into your subconscious. So, if you were told, even indirectly, that you're not good enough, or money is hard to come by, that program runs on autopilot. You might consciously strive for success, but your subconscious program will quietly sabotage your efforts to make sure its reality proves true. It's not the world your conscious mind wants. It's the world your subconscious was programmed to create. Let me give you an example of how powerful conscious creation can be. Think about a time you fell head over heels in love. Remember that honeymoon phase? You had boundless energy. You felt incredible. You woke up every day excited for life. The whole world seemed vibrant and full of possibility. It felt like heaven on earth, right? Now ask yourself, what really changed? The world around you didn't suddenly become perfect. You changed. When you were in love, you were living fully in the present moment. You were operating from your conscious mind, creating your reality based on your desires, not on old, limiting programs. And in that state, you created joy, health, and vitality. That wasn't just luck. That was you, consciously creating your experience. And here's the best part. That feeling doesn't have to be temporary. Practices like mindfulness, which Eastern philosophies have taught for centuries, are designed to help us stay in that state of conscious awareness. When you're present, you stop running on old subconscious patterns and start creating from your conscious intentions. You can have that honeymoon experience every single day. Here's something I see all the time. I often ask clients during muscle testing sessions a very simple question: do you love yourself? You would be shocked to learn that about 80% of people test weak on this. They fail the test. Why? Because as kids, most of us were criticized far more than we were praised. Our parents meant well. They wanted us to be better. But our young, impressionable minds recorded the criticism. You're not smart enough. You're not trying hard enough. You're not lovable as you are. That criticism becomes our inner script. And if that's the script running on autopilot 95% of the time, how can we possibly accept love from someone else? How can we believe we deserve success? If you don't truly love yourself on a subconscious level, you'll find ways to reject love from others. A little voice inside asks, why would they love me? Even I don't love me. So we push people away. We sabotage relationships. We miss opportunities. Not because we're broken, but because we were programmed to do so. But here's the incredible news. What's happening right now, this pivotal moment in human history, isn't just another physical evolution. It's an evolution of consciousness. We are waking up to the profound truth that our inner world creates our outer world. We are realizing that each of us holds the power to heal, to thrive, to love, and to create a completely new reality for ourselves and for everyone. We are not victims of our circumstances. We are the co-creators of our lives. The more of us who awaken to this power, the faster we can transform our shared world, one conscious thought at a time. So the big question isn't what the world will do to you. The real question is, what if the most powerful force in the universe isn't something we can touch, but something we think? In a world dominated by science and technology, it's easy to forget the invisible force that shapes everything, our thoughts. Today we're diving deep into this hidden power, exploring how it bridges the gap between science and spirituality, and why reconnecting the two might just be the key to understanding reality itself. Thoughts are invisible, weightless, and silent, but they are never, ever powerless. Think about it. Every single invention, every towering skyscraper, every symphony, every war, every act of kindness, it all began as a simple thought in someone's mind. So what exactly is a thought? Is it just a flicker of electricity in the brain? Or is it something much more profound, a frequency, a vibration, a form of pure energy? Let's start with what we can measure. According to neuroscience, thoughts are the result of complex chemical and electrical activity between neurons in our brain. These impulses fire in specific patterns that form our ideas, emotions, and memories. It's a beautiful, intricate biological machine at work. But here's where things get really interesting. Here's the twist. Quantum physics, the study of the very small, suggests that consciousness, the act of observing, may influence the fundamental building blocks of the universe. This radical idea suggests that thought might not just be a byproduct of the brain. It might be the very source of our reality. To understand this, let's talk about the infamous double-slit experiment. It's one of the most mind-bending experiments in all of science. When scientists shoot tiny particles, like electrons, through two slits without observing them, the particles behave like waves, creating an interference pattern on the other side. And this is the crucial part, the moment they are observed, they stop acting like waves and behave like distinct particles, creating two simple lines. The only thing that changed was the act of observation. The stunning conclusion? Observation consciousness appears to alter physical reality. That's not philosophy. That's physics. This phenomenon, known as the observer effect, suggests that our awareness directly influences the outcome of an event. It begs the question, could it be that our thoughts, our focused attention, our beliefs, our intentions, are actually creative forces shaping the world around us? It's no wonder the great Albert Einstein once said, "Reality is merely an illusion," albeit a very persistent one. He understood that what we perceive as solid and real might be far more fluid than we imagine. Long before we had brain scans or particle colliders, ancient civilizations understood this power of the mind intuitively. They didn't have the scientific language, but they had the wisdom. In Vedanta philosophy from ancient India, the entire universe is said to originate from thought, or manas. In the Bible, it says, "In the beginning was the Word," and what is a word but a thought expressed? Buddhism has taught for centuries that what you think, you become, emphasizing the mind's role in creating our experience of life. Now, what's truly fascinating is that modern science is starting to circle back to these ancient ideas. Not as religious dogma, but as a framework to understand the mysteries of consciousness. Take meditation, for instance. For a long time, it was dismissed in the West as pseudoscience or spiritual woo-woo. But now, thanks to fMRI scans and rigorous studies, it's a proven scientific tool. We know that meditation can physically reshape the brain's structure, improve physical and mental health, and fundamentally alter our thought patterns for the better. The ancient wisdom is being validated by modern measurement. But the power of thought isn't just personal. It's collective. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung proposed the idea of the collective unconscious, a shared, inherited reservoir of knowledge, symbols, and archetypes that connects all of humanity. It's like a psychic internet we're all plugged into. When many people focus their thoughts and intentions on the same idea, real, tangible change happens. Think about social movements, political revolutions, cultural trends. These are all thoughts made visible, thoughts amplified by collective energy. Some researchers are even taking this a step further, studying whether mass meditation or focused global intention can have a measurable effect on physical systems, like random number generators or even reduce crime rates in a city. Is it crazy? Maybe, but maybe it's not. Maybe we're just beginning to scratch the surface of our interconnected power. For centuries, science and spirituality have been seen as opposing forces, locked in a battle for truth. But we are now entering a remarkable era where they are starting to speak the same language, reaching similar conclusions from different directions. Science tells us that we are all made of vibrating energy. Spirituality tells us we are all connected by a universal spirit. Science says thoughts are electromagnetic signals firing in our brains. Spirituality says our thoughts create our reality. Is it possible that we're finally ready to accept both perspectives? To see thought not just as brain activity, but as the bridge between matter and meaning, the physical and the metaphysical. The renowned physicist Sir James Jeans once wrote, "The universe begins to look more like a great thought than a great machine. We're moving from a mechanical view of the cosmos to a mental one." So let me ask you, what are you thinking right now? As you listen to this, what thoughts are running through your mind? Because those thoughts aren't just random, fleeting things. They're powerful. They are the invisible threads weaving the fabric of the reality you're about to step into. Reconnecting science and spirit isn't about choosing one side over the other. It's about realizing that both are describing the same fundamental truth, just from different angles, using different words. It's about embracing a more holistic, complete understanding of who we are in the incredible universe we inhabit. If this video made you think differently, please share it with someone who might appreciate it. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the biggest questions of our time. And above all, remember, your thoughts shape your world. So choose them wisely.